hello everybody, how are we? It has been... Well, it's been an eventful kind of day, more or less. I mean, I've mostly been working on stuff, but for the most part, I don't have a lot going on. We have a problem, which is that the mine is once again out of any additional space to dig, and I think that at this point, just tacking on an extra, like, an extra piston or 6 is maybe just going to make it increasingly more unstable. So I either need to find an iron deposit that I can build a new mine over, that's hopefully not going to be in our habitation section, more or less over there, or I need to come up with a different way to just wholesale mine rock. I'm thinking of some kind of inchworm, maybe, but for the moment we have a bit of iron, so I'll have a look and see if there's any kind of things that we can do around here pretty much without having to worry too much about the resources. I do want to get this this awning kind of fixed up, but it is highly dependent upon ensuring that we have enough resources. Now, there was something that I think was being discussed when I left. I don't know if there's been any progress on that, so I don't know how I should speak to it just yet. But with any luck, we'll get a signal, and we'll be able to, like, talk about that, and then maybe they can send me over, like, some kind of status update, or just, I don't know, some kind of, like, systems update? I don't know, it depends how much data we can squeeze through that buoy, pretty much. But, things are nice around here. I am enjoying it. I'm trying to put a little bit more editing work into, the logs that you guys get, but, hopefully, we'll get a bit more response fairly soon. So I'm gonna see if there's anything quickly that I can actually get on with without wholesale rebuilding the mining drill again, and I'll be back in a hot minute. Okay, so let's see. That is that's gonna be a problem. I probably need to fix up the miner, but every time I have to fix that thing, it's a massive pain in the butt. I probably need a button back here. Every time I come through here, there's always a door open. This room is freezing. Nope. Oh, okay, okay, I know that signal. That would be the dish, which means we're getting actual coal, which, hey, that's nice. Do say it does look rather scenic. Wonder who's calling. I don't know if we actually assigned a radio operator. I mean, there's the comms team, I guess, so it could be Cam? Well, one way to find out, just gotta run. In hindsight, I should maybe have taken the rover, because 100 meters is not exactly easy, even with an exoskeleton-powered ASS. Okay. Hello? Anyone receiving?
Hi! Oh, hi, Lang! It's me, Nin!
Oh, Nin! Hey, what are you doing on this channel? I thought you were in, like, the press office.
I mean, yeah, I am, but, like, we were kinda, you know, burning time,
Well, it's good to hear from you guys. I was kind of getting a bit worried.
well, yeah...
I take it then that you've gotten... I take it you've gotten the beacon signal, so you guys know to start sending people in then. Because I have room for, like, one person, but I can probably get a rush on getting others going.
Okay, so here's the thing. You might be hearing from us, but, like, no one's going to get there for a little while. Mostly because,
Right.
well, there is a little pandemic going on.
A little...
It's pretty bad. It's okay. We're all fine.
What do you mean there's a little pandemic?
Well, it's not little. It's worldwide. It's bad. Well, I didn't really want to, like, call you and explain it, but, like, Kyo, etc. kind of made me, because I was taking a nap, and they were, like, drawing straws to decide who's gonna tell you. Not that you're really, like, that scary to tell anything to, but it's just that everyone is really anxious about calling on the phone, you know?
We do have a lot of introverts, yes.
no one's gonna come there yet. Also, need some parts for engineers or something. I don't know. Someone mentioned that. Can't get people there. Can't get people with parts there because, pandemic.
Wait, how exactly is the pandemic affecting getting parts? That would hang on. Wait. The only thing that affects both of those at once is a transport shutdown. How bad is it?
Yeah, about that. It's pretty bad. Well, social distancing. No one's allowed to go near each other. It's bad. An introvert's heaven, though, but bad.
How
so
long
we're
has
not
this
getting
been happening? Have I literally put up this dish at like day 1 of like a lockdown across the planet or something?
I have been kind of just napping this whole time, so I don't know how long it's been. Maybe a month, 2 months, sometime.
Wait, are you telling me I was dropped into West Antarctica in the same week as a global pandemic?
Sounds about right. I don't know about time. Time's not really my thing. But yeah, global pandemic started, so we just been mostly like playing games, napping.
Right.
I saw a cool dog today. It was my dog.
Right.
Yeah, no, there hasn't been much. We totally also were like betting on you surviving. That was great.
Good to
I think
know.
I'm winning because you're still alive and answering to me. So we're gonna send you some cool memes your way so you can burn your time while sitting there. Also, there's maybe a snowstorm coming. I don't know. I'm
A
an artist.
snowstorm?
Yeah, maybe. It's just
What do you
one
mean
of
a
them.
snowstorm?
Well, one of the it's just maybe. It's just like the machine is telling that there might be a snowstorm. Woo! Look
We
out!
probably should have hired a meteorologist in hindsight, yes, okay.
Oh yeah, probably. I have no idea what any of this does. Beep boop boop. Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, thanks for the heads up, Nin.
No problem. Keep on surviving so I can get my 100 euros back. Thank you.
You only bet 100 on me living?
I am an art student or art
Fair point,
worker.
fair point, yes.
I
If
can't afford.
Yeah, if I snuffed it, you'd probably be a bit scuppered, yes.
Yes, don't take it personally. It's just that I can't lose much. So,
Right,
yeah.
well, if anybody wants to, like, shove some Spotify playlists or whatever onto those, onto those data streams, then please kindly. Every song I've listened to over here has been played entirely inside my own head. I could kind of do with a little, maybe a few podcasts
Yeah,
or something.
Probably pack something like that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can do that, but I might be able to find someone who can do that.
I know Fuzz has a lot of playlists. Just ask them. They know my eclectic tastes.
Okay, yeah, I will mention them that at some point. I kind of need to go do important stuff like dig more fossils in Animal Crossing and possibly taking a nap. So you hang in there. We will call you back when we know more about any of the stuff going and when we can get people there. Alright?
Okay. I'm not going anywhere, I don't think, and it sounds like nobody else is either.
Yeah, no. Nice talking to you. Bye.
Hey. So... It's pretty clear I'm gonna be alone here for a fair bit. I wasn't expecting to spend this much time alone, I have to say, so I'm not, I don't know necessarily if I can deal with that, but I guess I don't have a choice. So, just gonna try and deal with that. So, back to the whole resource problem. I think it's probably going to be in my best interests to actually create something resembling a dedicated iron mine, and that'll get us a whole ton more iron than actual raw stone will. It'll also get us less of every other side project, so like we won't get nearly as much silicon, we won't get nearly as much like nickel or gravel especially. We don't really have a big use for gravel right now. Yeah, so to do that, I need to find an actual iron deposit, not just stone. And we've already found cobalt, and we've found a little bit of silver as well. We haven't identified a location for iron. Now, I could spend all day driving around with the rover to try and find an iron deposit, but the rover definitely seems to have some troubles. So, I think I'm going to have to do something I had only planned to do, more or less, when there was, like, 2 or 3 people here, at least, to kind of maybe have a bit more expertise than just me. Which is that I'm going to be attempting to achieve flight. And then I should hopefully be able to skim across the top of the like terrain, not have to deal with all the lumps and bumps and all the snow and all the traction issues and such. And hopefully the ore detector will be able to pick up a deposit of iron relatively close to the surface, and then I can build a miner there, not very much unlike the one that we have over at the main mining station over that way. And that will hopefully be enough to actually get some other stuff going, so we can maybe get like a few of the houses going for the time that people actually start turning up, and might also help with manufacturing, which is another thing that I need to do on large scale, so I need to be able to actually like get ores processed in a big chunky fashion, and then other things manufactured in a big chunky fashion. Right now we just have the 2 assemblers here at our house. I am significantly more terrified of setting up for flights. I had absolutely no intention of touching that anytime soon, but looks like I'm gonna have to deal. So the first step for that is we're gonna need some kind of landing pad, I think, and if we can make whatever craft that we use ultimately sufficiently powerful enough to lift Sycamore 1, which we can't actually lift because it's a historical monument, essentially, so that would be bad. But if we can make it heavy, like, powerful enough to lift that and still fly, then that'll make it much easier later on to pick people up who have just landed in. Hopefully. But, yeah, so I guess I'm going to expand a little bit out this way and try to make a landing pad. Because that's my day, apparently. Okay, this should be relatively enough space for a small craft of some description, larger than Sycamore 1. Maybe as large as, like, the rover, I don't know. Hopefully, I could theoretically get rid of this tower now and just stick the other wind turbine on top of the roof. That would give me a little less concern for potentially crashing into it. And I'll be able to reclaim a bit of steel there, because don't need to lift it up that, but there's that. But the next question for me, I guess, is how are we going to fly? Assuming I don't just crash or explode. Or one then the other, presumably. And hydrogen is a possibility. We could use hydrogen thrusters. Nothing bad has ever happened from filling a vehicle with hydrogen. So there's that. I would need to get a bunch more ice because there's not very much in this tank. Larger tank as this may be, 3% is probably not enough for really very far flying. Another alternative is I just use generic turbines. I don't think the atmosphere is too thin around here to use turbines. We're gonna have to... There's gonna be experimentation here, I think. But I think this log might be getting a bit long in the tooth as is already, particularly with that whole call with Nin. So well, it's dawn. It was like 10 o'clock when I started this, so I'm gonna get like a few hours of sleep. Hopefully, maybe a lot more. I imagine there's a lot of people getting a lot more sleep right now than they would maybe necessarily prefer. So, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed, and especially hope you all are staying safe. So, yeah, catch you next time, everybody, when, I apparently have become a single right brother. Just the one. Oh dear. This video was brought to you through the support of my patrons, whose souls are bound to my will in a mutually beneficial pact from which my influence over mortal affairs grows stronger by the day. To forge your own Faustian bargain in exchange for cool rewards and bonus content, look within your browser at patreon.com/lying.